For centuries, information on how to become wealthy was closely guarded by the elites. And given that world literacy rates didn't reach 50% until the 1960s, that really wasn't hard. But in this video, I want to share some financial habits and mindset shifts that are simply too valuable to keep secret any longer. So here are 5 habits of wealthy men that we should no longer gatekeep. Hello, my name is James, and I am on a mission to create a generation of gentlemen. Most people spend their lives exchanging time for money. But here's what the rich understand. You can never get a refund on your time, and exchanging time for money is an exhausting game that few, if any, ever win. Instead of exchanging time for money like a wage slave, what the wealthy do is focus on leverage. Leverage means getting greater returns for the smaller amount of effort that you put in. And then they are free to spend their time doing whatever fulfills them. Now remember, what is fulfilling is not always the same as what is fun. Even with a dream job like the one I have here making these YouTube videos, there is always an element that feels like real work. There will always be tasks that you don't really want to do. But still, they are working toward a goal that brings you great fulfillment. What you need to avoid are things that consume your time, yet bring you no deep sense of joy or satisfaction. That might be a job that feels purposeless, or it could simply be menial tasks. And for many people, grocery shopping, cooking, and cleaning up afterwards are a few of those menial tasks that they could really just do without. And fortunately, you no longer have to spend your time doing these things, thanks to today's video sponsor, Factor. Factor is a chef-crafted, restaurant-quality meal delivery service that brings these meals right to your door. You heat them up in 2 minutes and they are ready to eat, which means more time for the things that are important to you. Factor takes the stress out of meal planning, grocery shopping, and sets you up for success. You don't have to do any prep work or spend any time cooking or cleaning. Instead, you get these chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals straight to your door. And each week, there are over 35 meals to choose from, including options like keto, calorie smart, and my personal favorite, protein plus. Back when I had a full-time job, I was still publishing as many as 7 YouTube videos a week because I was able to save time by being a paying customer of Factor. So now they are a sponsor, I want you to try it for yourself. Factor is so much tastier than those ready meals you'll see at the grocery store, and it's cheaper than takeout. So I have a special offer for you. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use the code 50GentZ to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's code 50GentZ at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box. Sometimes I'll get a comment, either down below or in one of my school communities, from a young man who says, "What's the best investment? Should I put it in my retirement account? Should I invest in crypto, real estate?" And I truly believe that, especially in your 20s, the best investments you can make are the ones you make in yourself. And investing in yourself can take many different forms. It could be through a traditional college education or going back to school a few years after you entered the workforce. It could also be something a little bit less tangible, like investing in your wardrobe, improving your etiquette, or simply working with a mentor or a support group like a mastermind. And mentorship can be very, very powerful. I'm fortunate to have the mentors in my life that I do, but I will say this. For most people, if you want to attract a mentor, you're either going to have to A, pay them a lot of money, or B, have already done something significant that makes them respect and notice you. So unfortunately, mentorship can be very hard to access for a young man, which is why I'm actually establishing a mentorship program within the brand new Gent Z Club that I'll be launching in a few weeks. This will be an opportunity for a younger man to connect with an older, more successful and established man within the same industry or profession. So look out for that. I'll be keeping you updated. If you grew up poor or working class, your idea of rich might be a big pile of cash sitting in a checking account, or maybe even buried in the back garden. But the wealthy put their money to work and understand that money is so powerful because it makes it even easier to generate even more money. So how can your money make you more money? Well, it could be by investing in yourself, as I just explained. It could also be investing in the right stocks or index funds, investing in real estate. There are so many options out there that will give you a much greater return than a typical savings account at a bank. Now, lately, savings accounts have been paying fairly high rates of interest, around 4.5%. But that's only because interest rates have been so high, and that certainly won't last for long. You need to be vigilant as to what is happening to your money and make it work for you. Having said that, it's more than okay to keep some cash around, particularly for emergencies. And some extremely wealthy people simply enjoy having a lot of cash in a checking account. I recently heard Alex Hormozi, who is an entrepreneur with about $100 million net worth, say that he keeps millions of dollars just sitting in a checking account. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. While there are examples of successful night owls, the majority of successful people wake up early in the morning. Why? The morning is a sacred time if you want to engage in deep work, when there are fewer distractions and fewer interruptions. The morning is an incredibly valuable time when the successful invest in those high leverage tasks that will bring the greatest returns. However, if you want to wake up early, you have to go to bed early, because otherwise you will be sleep deprived. And when you are sleep deprived, you drain yourself of your greatest money-making resource of all, which is your brain and your ability to think critically and creatively. And that's why it's very common for wealthy and successful people to be in bed by 10, 9, even 8 o'clock at night. That allows them adequate rest so they can get up early the next morning and engage in those high leverage tasks undisrupted. Most broke or even middle class people have no idea where their money is really going. All they know is that at the end of the month, there is none left. So a very important habit, especially in the early days of wealth building, is to create a budget and to scrutinize your spending. As you go through your statements, you will see those leaks in your budget, those things that you barely even noticed but that were costing you a lot of money. It could be those morning coffee runs that really add up. It could be those takeouts that you ordered because you didn't have time to cook. Or perhaps you have a slightly more nefarious spending problem with gambling or alcohol. But as you seal and fix those leaks in your budget, you will start to feel like you actually have much more money than you did before. Because when you are intentional about your money, you can decide where to spend it and spend it on those things that truly bring you joy and fulfillment. It really actually feels like you have more money. And then when you decide to treat yourself within budget, you don't have to feel guilty about it or anxious that you spent too much. Many people find that when sticking to a budget, using a debit card or spending with cash makes it much easier. It's always easier to spend more on a credit card because you simply can. However, there are also advantages to credit cards. Which one is right for you really depends on your personality. So, gentlemen, let's recap the 5 habits of wealthy men that I refuse to gatekeep. First, understand that time is your highest currency. Second, invest in oneself. Third, make money work for you. Fourth, go to bed early and wake up early. And finally, watch where your money is going. Gentlemen, I want you to head to the comments now and give me one way in which you are investing in yourself this year. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to check out Factor using the link down below and the coupon code 50GentZ to get 50% off your first box. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.